go, Charlie. Hello, Pineapple. How we doing, huh? Everybody all right? All right, yeah. I guess that time is now that we introduce the birthday girl, Danny. Get them cute fucking fox ears up here. Let's hear some real fucking comedy, huh?
We gonna try. All right. Whew. Really good. This is like, okay, so I named this comedy show It's My Birthday and I Can Cry If I Want To because I'm probably going to cry in the next like 2.5 minutes. I just have to like get the mushy stuff out of the way. Like just super quick, so bear with me for like, you know? But like I just, this has been a dream of mine for so long to do like an open mic night, you know, for like stand-up comedy because like I think I'm funny, you know?
Hilarious.
But I have like a really big fear of like public speaking and like being public. Like I'm not a performer. Like I'm like I get on one-on-one, you know. But like when there's so many people, I just want to go throw up in the bathroom, you know. And so, but I want to like I'm 29 now. Today's my birthday. If it wasn't mentioning it, I want to grow as a person, you know, and I want to like be better. So here I am up here shaking in front of you all. But yeah, okay, I'm really excited. So like, my mom is on FaceTime right here.
Yeah,
my mom. And I always said when I for years I've been talking about doing this, and I always tell my mom like I'm not gonna do it unless you're here because like I need to be able to just look at you the whole time because like you know like because she knows me, she understands me, you know. And when I was telling my mom I was gonna do this show, she's being supportive and she's like, Danielle, you get nervous, just picture everyone in the audience in their underwear. And I'm like, Mom, I don't know how making myself horny in front of all of these people is gonna help anything. But I do it on a regular basis, so why not do it right now, you know? Okay, so yeah, 3 weeks ago, I decided that I was gonna, do this show, and it came in like perfect timing because then I went on a trip to Vegas, and then I went on a trip to Alabama. I don't know if I mentioned. Oh, okay. See, look, this lovely lady right here. She met with me, took time out of her day, and was like, "Introduce yourself." And then I got up here and did not. So I'm Danielle. I'm 29 years old today, and at this point in my life, I have not quite accomplished anything that I thought I was going to. But I'm way hotter than I ever thought I would turn out. So
Yeah.
I was also recently diagnosed with ADHD, and that's why in this moment I've completely forgotten everything that I've been planning on doing for Okay, I'm gonna tell a little story. This has nothing to do with. I literally have like 6 pages of like raw material, and I was like, I'm gonna be so funny. And then I'm in the car on the way here, and I'm like, I should tell this story that I hadn't, thought of until this very moment. But like, it's my birthday. I've mentioned, I just want you guys to really know, today is my birthday. If you leave forgetting everything I said, today is my birthday. That girl just fell. Don't serve her no more, y'all. We got a liquor license to protect. Okay, so, as you get older, you have to, let go of things, and grow up and accept, the world and, things as they are. And just recently this year, me and my best friend, homie right there, my wolf pack here,
Hey.
we went to Europe, and we went to England, and we went to Hogwarts, or what I thought was going to be Hogwarts, because I'm a child, and I live in Hollywood now. I'm from Alabama, as I mentioned, and I've lived in Hollywood for 7 years now. Today, actually, 7 years ago today was my first day in Los Angeles.
Wow.
And, so, and my wolf pack, they are both actors, and, I've learned, how, the industry works and how, nothing is real, and, but for whatever reason, you just hold on to things, and you watch Harry Potter, and it's magic, and you see this castle, and, we're going to England, we're going to Harry Potter World. You know, Harry Potter World is the actual Harry Potter, in case you guys are wondering. And so we get there, we get up super early and we get on the bus and we're driving like out of London, you know, to what I assume is the castle. And we get there and it's a building. And I was like, maybe it's in the back, you know? and we go in and the first part of the tour is like how they do the makeup and how they do this and how they do that. And I do not give a fuck, okay? Like, I just want to like walk through the halls of Hogwarts and like feel like a goddamn wizard, you know? And so they keep talking about a back lot, you know? And obviously I'm retarded because I'm like, that's where the castle is, the back lot, you know? and so then we walk outside, we get our little butterbeer, you know? And we walk outside and it has like the actual house, so like it wasn't all bad. Like there was the house. And that's when I realized that that was all there was from the actual Harry Potter. And then I proceeded to go into the bathroom and have a full-on mental breakdown. Because in that moment, I had to realize and fully accept that like Hogwarts wasn't real. Like, and do you know how ridiculous you feel in England for the first time crying in the bathroom because Hogwarts isn't real at 28 years old? Like, you know, I've grown up a lot this year. Oh man.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so this is also the year that I have decided to be single. And like, I am aggressively single.
Fuck yeah, she is.
Like, just to clarify, I mean like, I'd be like walking down the street and then just trip and fall into a relationship. You know? So like I have to be aggressive about it, you know? Like I have to like, no, you know? And like this joke would have landed a lot better if it was still 100 degrees outside, but I'm gonna go with it, so stay with me. And so, you know, it's been hot. And so I've been hanging out with this dude, we'll call him AC. And Flora goes, my soulmate here, she goes, so, you've been at this dude's house like 4 nights this week, bitch. Like, y'all dating. I said, no ma'am. I am in an intimate relationship with his central AC.
Oh yeah!
Like when it's over 100 degrees, like my standards for entrance drop to, do you have central AC? I don't even care if you have all of your teeth. As long as I am comfortable, we're good. Oh man, okay, I'm gonna take a page out of my girl's book and I'm gonna look at my list over here that I put somewhere that I hid for myself because I was gonna try to do this on my own.
Man, it doesn't work.
So I like really put a lot of effort. Wednesday! Oh, you guys, okay, like literally, so like I have this pretty severe anxiety about like throwing a party and nobody showing up. So that's why my entire adult life I've never thrown myself a birthday party because I'm like, if I don't do it, I can't be disappointed, you know? And so when I decided to do this and it just kind of like blew up, I was just like, you know what? As long as there are like 5 people there, that's fine, you know? Like the fewer people, the fewer like chances of like further embarrassment in the future. And like, but like literally just like looking at it, like there's people I haven't seen in a few years, people I've known since I moved to Los Angeles. Woo! And like it really just like means the world to me that like I'm like the fact that you guys are laughing, I don't care if it's real or fake, like that's awesome. But the fact that you're just sitting here is all that I need. Like my expectations for the night are like, you know, like it really makes me really happy. Okay, so I'm not even gonna look at the list. I'm gonna just go for it, okay? So I just went to Vegas, right? I'm a bartender here, and like I have made some of the best connections that I will probably ever have for the rest of my life at Pineapple Hill. So like the fact that I'm here, just anywhere else in the entire world, I would get up on stage and be like, you know, but here, like I'd be singing karaoke, like I'm good. Like I love you guys. And so I met Marlon over here, Mr. Q-Tip. At Pineapple Hill. He calls himself that, so I'm allowed to too, you know? Like, And so he invited me to go to Vegas for his birthday. And like when he first invited me, I was like, oh, that's so sweet. You're inviting everybody. I would love to go. You know, and after a while I realized that he did not invite everybody. And that was special. And I was like, well, you're damn straight I'm going. I'll move my whole life around. This is the most important thing in my whole world now. Because I get the anxiety I mentioned, you know. So like I transfer that anxiety onto other people. So when someone invites me to their birthday, I will move heaven and earth. Because on the off chance that nobody else shows up, I will be there for you.
So true.
And so I go to Vegas, and we're like driving in the car, and I'm just like so honored to be invited because like I've never hung out with anybody who's there outside of work, like outside of like that. Here is the drink, take some money, put it in my pocket, you know, and go home. And so I was nervous because like when I'm at work, I'm a certain version of Danielle, you know, like you know how it is, like especially as a bartender, like I come in and I'm, you know, and so these people only ever met that Danielle, so like I completely understand why that Danielle was invited to Vegas. I don't really understand why the rest of Danielle was invited to Vegas. So I was like, all right, bitch, 48 hours, you can keep this shit contained, okay? You got this, okay? And I did, he can confirm, I did, and then as soon as I got on the airplane, I cried for 24 hours, and then it was fine. But, so we get to Vegas, and like, we're all hanging out at the pool party that we paid $75 for one shot of tequila for. And Vegas, you know, we're best friends now, it's birthday. And so, but we're sitting there and I'm looking around, and I'm like, in my brain, I'm the only white person here.
Yeah.
I'm the token white bitch.
Yeah.
I'm the person they brought along to like ask for directions and talk to the police. You know? Like I'm white from Alabama white. But like so obviously I can't claim to know anything about being an ethnic and traveling, but I just feel like traveling with a white person is just the smart thing to do. You know? Like,
So true. Thank you.
Oh man. Okay, hold on while I'm thinking about it because I just made eye contact with you. And you was talking about how you and your grandma was real close, right? Okay. So like I got my grandma tattooed on my body, right? And a lot of people, I know, I'm so sweet. A lot of people, they be getting these memorial tattoos like after somebody passes away, right? Fuck that. My grandma was with me with her low oxygen tank, holding my hand like for 5.5 hours. That bitch had resilience. She stayed with me until that shit was done, okay? And like, it kind of looks like Hillary Clinton, but you know, it's fine. You know, she picked the photo and I'm sticking with it. Like, it's cool, you know? I'll be related to that bitch. She's powerful. But like, so I have a question for you, my friend. You and your grandma are close, right? You know how many people your grandma had sex with in her life? You know, one time, I was at the beach. This isn't even on my material that I was going to talk about either, but it's fine. I surprised my family and like joined them at the beach one year, and my grandmother was there, and she was getting like upper in age. She's passed away now. It's super sad. She heard COVID was coming and was like, out. And literally 2 months before COVID, she passed away, like peacefully in her bed. You know, like she was like, no, I'm not doing it. And so we're at the beach, and I was like, you know what, Grandma, let's go out to dinner. You know, like let me just me and you go get some dinner. And I've always wanted to get drunk with my grandma, you know, since I started drinking, because like that's like the coolest person I can think of in the whole world to get drunk with is your grandma, you know? And so she had one strawberry daiquiri and was boom, and just started revealing all of her secrets. And like until you get your grandma blackout drunk on one strawberry daiquiri and she starts telling you sex stories, like you have not lived. You know? That's why like when she like passed away, I was like, that's super sad, but like it's also not, because I knew that bitch better than anybody. Okay, so after Vegas, beautiful trip. We woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I was drunk by noon. I was in the bathroom throwing up slushies by 1:30. And I did not. Okay, so I promised Rudy, I was like, Rudy, I just called him Rudy because I'm thinking about the other gay guy in my life. At least that one hit home for him, you know? I told Marlon, I was like, I'm gonna be your bitch. When everybody is passed out, if you are vertical, I will be vertical. Like, I'm going to do that for you. And I was. Just by like the last 2 hours, I was just like sitting in a chair. People were talking and I was just like, and they're like, oh my God, good, I'm having a great time. When is it gonna be 4:30? So then I literally went from the party to the airport, and I get there and the TSA dogs are like, because I got cocaine seeping out of my pores, you know, because I've been awake for 18 hours. And then I go home and see my mom, because that's, you know, the logical next step. And so I go home and like, I go home to Alabama just long enough to remind myself why I live in LA. And, but it was fun because this time when I went to Alabama, I was like, all right, I got a mission. I am gathering material, like, and my family. It was fun. It was really fun. So my mom is an aide for mentally challenged kids. And she loves her job. She's great at it. She's just a very sweet person.
Fuck yeah.
And not as sweet as Shane's mom, though, y'all. That's crazy. Story for another time. It's not funny. It's just really sweet. So she's like, I want you to come to school and meet the kids. Like, they're gonna like you so much. You're so colorful. I'm like, okay. So I was like, you know what, Mom? I'm gonna do things that I don't want to do this trip to spend time with my family. And so I went to be an aide for these mentally challenged kids. And I thought I was just gonna go and just like sit and observe and wave, you know, be like the in life coloring book, like. And so, oh man, I really thought that was gonna be funny. Right? I thought that out loud. Okay, so. So that was not the case. I get there and they immediately were like, you can assist this child. And I was like, yep, okay. His name was TJ, and so I'm sitting next to TJ. And we're doing a quiz on social studies. I'm like, I got this. And it's about the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta. Magna Carta. Magna Carta.
You got it. You got it.
I don't got it, but it's fine. And it's like 4 questions, you know, and one of the questions is the Magna Carta written in Latin or dog? TJ says, dog. And like, I don't know what the Magna Carta is. Maybe it was written in dog. Maybe I'm the idiot here being like, you dumbass motherfucker. Like, maybe he's right and I'm wrong. Like, you know? And then I had to rethink a lot of my life choices. And then I went and played frisbee golf with my dad. I don't know if you guys know what frisbee golf is, but it's the reason my parents got divorced. And it's like golf, but with frisbees, right? So it's my dad's one true love. And so when I went home to Alabama, my dad lives in North Carolina, and he drove all the way from North Carolina to come see me. And I was like, you know what, Dad? Let's go play frisbee golf. You know, like, let me bond with my dad. And then I found out that he used to grow mushrooms in my childhood bedroom before I was born, and I was like, so much of my life is making sense now. And so we're like playing frisbee golf, and I'm absolutely goddamn terrible, but I'm doing my best, and he's giving me tips, and I'm just like, this is worth it, you know? And then I started thinking, I was like, you know, I can't play golf either, but at mini golf, I am a goddamn champion, you know? Ever since I realized that I'm left-handed and need to putt left-handed, not right-handed, I got way better at the game. And so I asked him, I was like, hey, Dad, is there a such thing? And I really just like, you know, like when you're like super high because you smoked like 3 blunts with your dad to get through playing mini golf, like frisbee golf, and you just like saying things that make no sense. I was like, Dad, is there such thing as mini frisbee golf? And he said, yes. There are national championships in mini frisbee golf. We're there for little discs that are like this big. It's a little basket. That's a real sport, you guys. And so I started thinking, like, man,
Wait, you play, right?
and like, then I started thinking about like other things that we do in the South that's really weird. Have you guys ever heard of noodling?
Oh, I noodle.
So noodling, Winston knows what noodling is. So noodling is when you're a redneck and you get in a lake or a creek or some body of water that contains catfish, and you stick your hand into holes, and you hope that the catfish will bite your hand.
Yes.
And then you pull it out, and that's how you catch the catfish. And this is why I live in Los Angeles. You know? So like, I actually married my first. I'm divorced. You know, I don't look like I'm old enough to have been divorced, but it's fine. I got married at 19, as most people in Alabama do, and he wasn't related to me. Fuck you. And so I got married at 19. He was a soldier, and we did the thing. And that's the background information. Cha-Cha made me sure to include so people understand my joke. So my ex-husband was a 6'5", like 240-ish pound, like military infantryman, like a man, you know.
Oh, I know where this is going.
I really debated on whether I was gonna like go
Oh,
here
God.
because if this turns out to actually like be funny and I like post this on the internet, like his family may for sure see this, and I'm like, I'm not so much worried about his family as his 2 children. I don't really know if they need to know this information about his dad, but it is what it is, you know.
Let's go.
So one day we're at like the sex shop, right? You know, and this is one of those other moments where you just say some dumbass shit you probably shouldn't say. There's a strap on, and I was like, oh, that's cool, we should get one of those. Thinking he'd be like, haha. He said, okay. Alright, I've never done that before. I'm adventurous, let's go. And so we tried it. I'll try anything once. You got like anything. I've made a man fuck a cake one time. Like, I will try anything once. I was not into it, you know, it just wasn't for me. And he liked it a lot. And so now we're divorced. Thank you. That's all I need. I love you. This one is just my soulmate. So speaking of my soulmate, so it was her birthday, so like we're like legit soulmates, you know, like her birthday is the 4th, mine is today, in case you guys have forgotten why we're here. It's for my birthday. And we went to this pool party.
Yeah, we did.
Hosted by, well, the W, but Kate's baby daddy, who doesn't exist yet. I don't know why that came out, you know? Point of the story, we were at the W pool party. We were on a lot of drugs.
Hey, shut up.
I didn't say that. This is a comedy show. People tell jokes. Don't take it serious. I don't do drugs. I wasn't doing cocaine in the bathroom a minute ago. It's fine. I really wasn't. I did that way before I got here. So, okay, laugh please. Okay, this is why you're here. I need some. Thank you. And like, I'm not laughing. Police could watch this. If I laugh, I'm implemented. I can't be a part of it. You know. So we're at this pool party, and like, I realized a long time ago, but it was like reaffirmed at this pool party that like when you're super hot, you can just do the weirdest shit, and like people are just into it. You know, like me and Laura are like laying like feet in the pool, like half scissoring the free part of the show. You know, and we're like floored in. You know, like in Pitch Perfect, how she does like the horizontal running. Yeah, horizontal. We were doing horizontal dancing, you know, like that's right. Horizontal this way. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay. There was no laughter, so I didn't have that affirmation that you need when you tell jokes, you know. And it gets funnier. This is a really funny story. I was really excited when this happened because I was like, yes. And so we're like sitting there, and like I've got like my hands in the air, like just being like freaking weird. And some guy walks up and he's like. He sits down next to me and Laura, and I'm like, do you have central AC? And he's like, no. And I'm like, please go away now. That's literally my favorite thing that comedians do, and that is, I could literally stop right now and I'd be like, everything is complete in my whole life. Like, that is the one thing I wanted, and it landed. Oh. Okay. Alright, I got all excited. So, okay, the sex in the pool. Oh, okay, I came to the end of the story. Wait, I'm so sorry, you guys. So we send him away, you know, and then 5 minutes later, we're like just looking around and we see him talking to this girl, and we're like, okay, she's more in your league, that works, okay. And then, you know, we go, we're dancing, doing our thing. I'm also, okay. I had a whole like joke about like a white girl dancing and being terrible, but I decided like, it's a little too self-deprecating to like, you know, anyone who knows me has seen it, and that's enough. So like we go on our thing and we're dancing, and then we decide to take a little, you know, horizontal break again. And so we're sitting by the pool, just like, you know, being high, having fun. It's her birthday, and we look over. We're here. These people are there. Where my soulmate sitting?
Right here.
Right there. The guy is. I'm gonna try a little physical humor, you guys. Okay. The guy is sitting. He's in the pool, and we like glance over, and the girl is straddling him, and we were like, oh, what is this? What is this that's developing? You know? And we're like, this is aggressive. Like, there are a lot of people around. You know? Like, does she know that he doesn't have air conditioning? So obviously, me and Laura continue to sit there, and like we're keeping an eye out, you know, like to make sure we're not like witnessing sexual assault. But like, you know, in between the times it looked like she was crying, it looked like she was really into it. So like, it's a gray area.
Such a gray area.
It's a gray area.
So gray.
And so we're like watching them go into it, and you know, the hand job progresses to like, you know, and then we got penetration, and like we got front runners. And I'm like, Laura, this is the gift. This is the gift right here, you know? And then after a minute, like, we start looking at other people. Like, most people are out doing their thing. Like, there was, like, a small, like, group of us in the know, you know? And then security walks by, and he's like, hey, you guys, can't do that in here. Complete and utter disbelief or shock that there were people around. You know, like when you're like really fucked up and you like zone out, and then like you come to and realize that you've been fucking in a pool with like 10 people watching. It's only happened to me like twice, so like I know how she felt, you know? But like the complete and utter shock on the man's face also is what made us be like gray area. You know, he was also unaware of the situation. And so security's like, you guys can't do that. And they're like, oh my God, there are people around. And then they continue for 3 minutes to finish because they've already started, you know, we're already there, you might as well, you know?
Yeah.
And security is literally like calling for backup, and like no one is. So they finish, you know, like. This is them getting out.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
It was the most beautiful, horrific thing that I've ever watched in my entire life. And I'm really glad that I got to share it with you guys. Oh man. I've been talking for like a really, really long time, because like I can stop, but I can also keep talking. You know? Like, hold on. Give me like 30 seconds. Oh man, okay, I was gonna tell. It's late now, but like it's some kind of callback, you know. So like when I was in Vegas, I mentioned I didn't know these people. This is our first trip together, and like I'm just a smoker in general. I need something going into my mouth, whether it be weed, vape, or dick, at all times. You know, I wear this around my neck, like, and so I was like, this is fine. None of these people really smoke, you know, but like it's cool. I'm gonna depend on mutual respect. Like, I will respect you and not smoke in your car if you respect me and pull over every 30 minutes so that I can smoke. You know? Like, and like, I've never done crack, except for that one time. And like, but I've never felt, I'm just kidding, my mom, I promise I've never done crack, Mom, I love you so much. Done a lot of things, but not that. And so.
I think she's not lying. I think it's true. I don't think she's lying.
No, my mom is very supportive of me, like, she gets me. But like I've never felt like more of a crackhead than when I'm on vacation with a bunch of people who don't smoke weed. Because like in my everyday life, like it's totally cool. I smoke all the time. Nobody cares. It's like it's not like a thing. But when you're with people who don't smoke and you're in a hotel room where you can't smoke and you're in like a casino where you can't smoke, like you're just like they're getting ready and I'm just like. Okay. No, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm gonna try it outside. And like, I don't really feel like that, man. So like when the others smoker arrived, I was like, let's just go outside for 3 hours and ditch these motherfuckers. You know, like I brought like 6 blunts, let's go. You know, and like we were the 2 hottest bitches in the party, and the 2 hottest bitches in the party can't leave the party without everyone in the party freaking the fuck out. You know, like I'm just kidding, she's way hotter than me. But, you know, I'm gonna group myself in with her. But like, no, really, I'm a pretty like inflated and so self-confident. Like, like when I was like, I'm gonna do a comedy show, I immediately wrote my second Netflix special. Cause like there's a lot of things in my life that I would really, oh god, man, they are funny. They're also like, you gotta really get to know me first. We gotta have sex at least 6 times before I start telling you like that parts of my life, you know. Have I been talking? Oh my, how long have I been told on? Hold on, how long have I been talking?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30
Stop!
minutes.
Swear to God!
Y'all, I swear to God, I thought I was gonna get on the stage and not say words. Okay, I have one more joke. And if you guys don't remember anything except for it's my birthday, remember this joke, okay? This is a big one. Like this is it. This is what this all was like culminating to, okay? I'm gonna out of the way so you guys can see me. Why shouldn't you shower with Pokemon?
Why?
Because they might peek at you. Alright, hold on. I really just need to say this to you. Okay, I'm Danielle, and I am a triple threat. I'll get you drunk, get you off, and make you laugh.